Hey guys. For those that listened to my introductory video, bless you. It was a long one. It's my first one. I've been offline for 8 or 10 years, so it's been a while. I did have to leave for my mental health, but today I just want to talk about this first puzzle. I got so excited about this puzzle, I did open it ahead of time. So we're gonna have to play pretend for the first one, but I promise in future puzzles featured, I will be opening up the box fresh on this channel. So without further ado, this is my own channel. This was my idea. I'm not sponsored by anyone. So the puzzle companies that I choose to purchase and do one of their puzzles is just pure coincidence. I do quite enjoy Cobble Hill. They've made quite a name for themselves in terms of quality of pieces, uniqueness of pieces, and really interesting scenes to puzzle. One thing I do notice, so I did purchase a Christmas puzzle. I'm sure you can see my Christmas tree, as I said, behind me. Still not decorated. It'll get there. So one thing you're going to learn, as I said before in my other videos, I love dogs, so I'll try not to be so repetitive. And so I felt that this puzzle was a really great puzzle to start this channel and be the first one and start off the holiday season. So this is a Cobble Hill puzzle. It has a scene of, I assume, a mom dog, but I could be wrong, so let's just call it the parent dog, but even that could be wrong. So adult pup dog with 5 puppies. Looks like they're waiting for Santa. Beautiful Christmas tree, decorated almost in the old-fashioned Victorian-ish. I almost expect to see candles like my nanny used to have on her Christmas tree. The bit of nostalgic here. Since puzzles on the side, puzzles are a nice way to not only create memories, but to remember some things from way long ago. So a moment here to remember my nanny, Connie Hanvold, since deceased. She always had those electric candles on her Christmas tree, and I believe they had a green base with the candle, but it had water and bubbles in it. And I remember being little, she babysat me from 3 months of age on, and I miss her very much. But I often think of those candles when I see a Christmas tree, so it is a nice time of year to think of those kind of memories. Hopefully you have some as well. So back to our puzzle. So it is a lovely Cobble Hill puzzle. One thing I noticed that Cobble Hill has started to do, at least for this puzzle season, is they've decreased the dimensions of their actual box. So as you can see here, demonstrate. I don't have one at the moment with me for comparison, but the size of the box is much slimmer. And I believe that this is a good storage system idea. Smaller means you can compact more into your shelving. And that's also a good way to think of the environment and cut down on unnecessary packaging. So I'm quite pleased to see that they're headed in that direction. So good on you, Cobble Hill. Anyway, let's start the puzzle. So as we progress with this channel, whoever is in my audience, and it might just be crickets, I will try to pick a puzzle a few days in advance and show you guys so that maybe if you choose, we can do the puzzle together. As I said before, puzzles are often viewed as a solitary type of entertainment, which is absolutely fine. There's no wrong way to puzzle. But sometimes it's nice just to have on a video in the background, and sometimes I may have Christmas music on as the season progresses, or sometimes we'll just talk, and other times you'll just hear me mutter to my puzzle about how frustrated I am at that particular moment. Another community that I strongly support. I do not participate in at the moment, but maybe this channel will change that, is what's called ASMR. As I mentioned, and as you can see in this title, I do have PTSD. I will not be talking about it very much on this episode. Perhaps in future episodes. There's no real plan. We're just trying to let spontaneity kick in. But a puzzle is a really good idea for someone who struggles with sounds. So certain sounds for me are difficult. I don't know why. I'm told it's part of the disease. So I just have to trust in the resources that are helping me, and they're doing a really good job, by the way. I feel like things are changing in a good direction. So I'm very excited. And to all those people who have ever helped me, thank you. Thank you. So let's start the puzzle. So this is a Cobble Hill puzzle. As I said, it is a Christmas scene, which is very appropriate. It has all of the stockings hung by the mantelpiece with care, waiting for Santa. And we have all the puppies who hopefully will go to sleep soon and have a good sleep for December 25th. And I just noticed now, which is the nice thing about puzzling, when you look at the picture initially, you think you see. But as they say the phrase, which I never understood, the forest for the trees, I just now noticed, which will be an interesting discovery as this channel continues. There is a certain someone flying above the moon, and that's okay if you can't see that. You'll just have to take my word for it. So let's open up our puzzle. I have already taken the plastic wrap off, but this puzzle is a new puzzle to me, and it was shrink wrapped. So let's unbox our puzzle. I personally like to keep the puzzle box in front of me so that as I'm focusing on the pieces and I can quickly look up and correlate to where that piece should go. Again, there is no wrong way to puzzle. However you achieve your puzzle, good on you. And any tips, post below. So I did already open this bag, so I taped it, but we'll just pretend. Won't happen in the future. I was just so excited to get into this puzzle. So let's put that to the side for a moment and talk about the importance of the poster that's typically included with most puzzles, let alone Cobble Hill. So the nice thing is they provide a beautiful photo that you can see. It is the exact same photo as is what was on the front of the puzzle box, with one exception. So sometimes when you're doing a puzzle, they have the logo on the box. I understand the point of this. However, sometimes if you are unable to determine or assume what would be under that logo, that is when your poster comes in handy. As you can see, there is no logo on that section of the picture. So it becomes easier to determine, it is easier what is underneath that logo, which is really important for a puzzler. So I personally do not use the poster sheets. I think they're beautiful. It's a nice, heavy, high gloss type of paper. So it is a beautiful picture. Actually, you could even frame these photos if you wanted. At the moment, I don't do that. But again, you puzzle the way you want to. Typically, I do put the box back together. And I won't at the moment, but I do always immediately put away the plastic shrink wrap and plastic bag, as these are non-reusable, typically become damaged when ripping open the bag. And I just haven't found a use for them yet. So as I said, I have taped this one, but just to demonstrate. So typically I open up the bag, no rhyme or reason. And I always give the bag a chance to go back to its original shape, just to ensure that I'm not missing any pieces in the bag. I have checked this bag thoroughly. I believe it is empty. This puzzle is a 1,000-piece puzzle. It is typically the size of puzzle I will do, with an average size piece of puzzle being about this size. So to compare to my pinky, you're seeing the puzzle piece about that size. There are some puzzle pieces that are much larger and some puzzle pieces which are much smaller. Again, it's all in what works for you. So I'll show you how I typically set up my table for puzzling. So I'll probably talk about it first and then show you. So I like to ensure that I have a clear worktop area with good lighting. If anyone else has ever put in pot lights, it is so frustrating how they can just lose their power. And so often I have darker zones, which for a true puzzler can be quite frustrating, as it's harder to see the detail in the pieces. So again, I always like to make sure I have a nice clean workspace, free of any oil or grease or dust or anything that would interfere with your pieces, especially because most puzzle pieces are paper-based. So you wouldn't want them to get ruined with oil or grease or things that just won't come out. Even soap probably would gum up a puzzle piece beyond repair. So also the lighting. Lighting, you need to make sure you have good lighting. Set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. So I like to move all of my puzzle pieces to one end. I am fortunate as I have this quite large rectangular dining table, which is infrequently used. So it of course becomes my puzzle table. All I do is just gather up a few pieces, no certain amount and no certain pieces. Of course, Cobble Hill offers puzzles with one, at the moment, all I know is the one-sided, and they come out in a jumble of pieces, which are unorganized. So I like to take the time to sit here and organize them. So typically what I'll do, and get situated here, I'll be doing this with no sound or minimal sound, but this is just an instructional video just to kind of get you going. So, and I'm sure all of you have puzzled, and if you could add any tips or tricks that you have for sorting or how you like to do it, awesome. So just choosing a small pile. As I'm flipping my pieces over to the correct side, the picture side and non-cardboard side, I do like to separate out the edge pieces separately as I'm going. I just find it is more efficient and it allows me to look forward to completing the next task. I'm not sure if this is something of a PTSD brain. This is just how my brain works. So this is an edge piece. I can tell as it has an edge, obviously. So I always take the edge pieces and put them to the side. I do not organize them until later, but first let's get the puzzle sorted out. So again, there's another edge piece. We will just put that to the side. And we take all of our pieces, and my way of doing it initially is there's no order that they are sorted into other than edge pieces and middle pieces. Hence, in this part of my organization, they are not organized in color, shape, size, other than the edge pieces. And I find this helps me achieve a quick layout. I'm sure, as most of you know, sorting can take a while if people have, poor dexterity or not this amount of space to puzzle. Of course, it can be more challenging. So I do like to do it this way. I find this works for me. I've been puzzling now for, let's see, at least 5 or 6 years, I would say at this point. I've never attended, I'm not sure if this is a thing, I've never attended a puzzle conference or any type of puzzle event, but wow, I don't know what that would look like. Something to think about for the future. There was a write-up in CTV News this evening about how people's stress levels are on the rise. So I think that puzzling is a great way to help manage, prioritize, get away, whatever you need to do with your stress. Stress is something that I think can change everything. And if you couldn't hear that because I whispered, stress can change everything. And it is important to find the little moments of joy. So I'm going to continue to organize this puzzle. I will put this onto another video, as I would like to show you how I set up the edge pieces, and then we will puzzle together. Feel free to tune in, feel free to watch something else. It's not a problem, I'll be here puzzling. So hopefully you can enjoy a day with me and puzzle with my PTSD. Thanks, guys.